Good day and welcome to the Gossip of Alive News Network. My name is Obiajilu Ayomide Ngo Martins, and here in the studio with me is
Salome Oladipo, of course, the very delectable one. I personally welcome each and every one of you to the Amebo. And guess what? We're not just going to be the only ones in the studio. We're also going to have our hotlines, which are going to be open. So everything that is happening in your community, the neighbor, the school, you know, what you see, you tell us about it here. We'll discuss it, right? We also have another amazing lady in the studio, which is
Khadija Ibrahim. Like
Salome
said, we're going to be bringing Gulma, everything, the thoughts that you've been thinking that you can't say out loud, the things that you've been discussing in your office with your colleagues. We're going to be talking about all the juicy gists, you know, and we can't wait to for you guys to join us.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about some crucial topics today. And first is the Uber and Bolt ban at the airport. It's been trending online, and I feel we should discuss about that, and the pressure of getting married before 30. And also how much an average Nigerian needs to survive in today's world. So Salome, first, the Bolt and Uber ban at the airport, how do you feel about the current situation?
Okay, so I'm personally happy that this is the Amebo and I'm entitled to my opinion. So drag me today, drag me tomorrow. It's my opinion. Firstly, are we aware that the airport is not a public bus stop? So if FAAN has come out to say that they are banning Ubers, I stand with them 10 toes. They should, because we are in a time whereby security is very volatile. How can we check people that are coming in and leaving the country? How can we regulate that? And by doing that, they introduce their own hailing cabs. Even if I've heard that it's more expensive. I mean, people say that we Nigerians, we know how to, what's the word I'm going to use? You can always adjust. If we've adjusted to fuel subsidy, we've adjusted to every other thing happening in our community, why can't we adjust to the 70,000 naira? Please drag me, I'm all. I can't wait for your messages. So yeah, what do you think?
Hadiza.
Okay, I think I'm going to be the first one to drag Salome.
Drag me.
I'm going to be the first one to drag you, because now you're saying security has always been an issue in Nigeria. So you're telling me that I have to fly from Lagos to Abuja and then pay extra 80,000 naira to get to my destination, where I could pay Bolt maybe 10, 15, 20,000. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Because there's no assurance that using their own cabs would, you know, I would be secure. There's no assurance. Where's the assurance there?
Need I remind you that Nigeria is not the only one that has their own hailing cabs when it comes to their country. You're talking about assurance. Hadiza, are you aware that these drivers that FAAN are going to be bringing in, they're all going to be registered?
Okay.
So when they are registered, of course, you should be guaranteed that you have security. Haven't you seen stories on the internet whereby people are dragging hailing cabs because these hailing cabs are increasing the fares that is not even on the Uber app? Or haven't you heard of people saying, if you come across this person, run? Or some people would even tell you, when you're entering an Uber, please tell individuals. But for the fact that FAAN has come to say this, thumbs up, you have my support.
Does that justify the high amount they are charging
Exactly.
for their transportation? I mean, people traveling out, a lot of people are traveling out for so many reasons, not just vacation and to have fun. Some people are going for health reasons. Some people are going for greener pastures.
Exactly.
Now, coming back to their country, they should feel safe, yes. And at the same time, they shouldn't have to pay so much money to go to their destination. Some people are students coming to see their aunts, their uncle. How do you even know they have that money in their pockets to pay?
So I still feel like, since it's a new information that's still out, I'm very certain that it's still going to be developing. So let's hear what FAAN has to say as regards what you just said, and I hope that with this we can move on to the next topic.
Okay, Hadiza, do you have any personal experience with
I don't, but I still on. I don't think that even if they're going to use their own hailing cab, I don't think the amount should be that exorbitant.
But hope you know, Uber, Bolt, some of these transportational systems have registration. You can, before you join Uber or Bolt, you have to register before being a driver. So I feel, to me, I feel it's still almost the same thing, because like on the safety level, it's kind of the same, because even a driver can misbehave from the fan transportational system.
But they can be held responsible. But other alien apps, who holds them responsible? Is it just Uber or Bolt?
I feel,
are they being held responsible?
I feel some of them are. You can complain.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Have you ever complained using Uber and in drive and you got response?
Yes, I have.
Okay, tell us your experience.
Okay, so there was a time I ordered a dispatch and the man didn't bring my parcel, and I sent them a message and they called me to solve the issue. So the guy was complaining that because I didn't add extra money, he didn't want to come to give me my parcel. But there was a channel of communication there as well. So I feel you can always make your complaints as well. And I feel, to me, I'm sorry to say, in Nigeria, every system, there are always people trying to get money here one way or the other. So I feel it's kind of selfish to me to say some people hustling with Bolt and Uber, they can't go to the airport to pick up passengers. Like you said, outside Nigeria, they are, apart from their taxi and transportational system, you can order an Uber. When I went to Dubai, I was able to order an Uber, and they took me to my destination and back. So I don't see the reason why fans should make that ban and say, okay, no, these people are not. I feel it has to do with their system, and it's
Nigeria is a very big country. Aside from the fact that we have airports, we have a number of individuals going to places day in and day out. So airports is not the only place that Uber drivers can make money. You said something about not getting your parcel, and the rider was saying something about because he did not get extra. I believe that this is one thing that fan is trying to curb. The exact rate you see on the app is what you are going to get. So yes, it's a welcome development. Just to you, fan.
Adisa, do you have any other thing to contribute?
If I do, we're just going to keep going on with Salome. So let's just
we're here. We want to hear it.
Salome did say something about Nigerians adjusting. I don't think that is fair of you to say, because to what extent do Nigerians adjust? Now, if they say fuel is 1 million, how
do you want to compete?
I'll buy horse. I'll buy horse.
You be like the people in the book, right? Where you're traveling or you're trekking all the way to Galilee or Egypt. So let's see how you can trek all the way from the office to Allen bus stop. I mean, we can, do some exercise and shed some weight.
No, that's not the point. Is we can't say Nigerians have to keep adjusting. We have to hold someone accountable for these things. Like, how much does an average Nigerian earn? Which is our next topic, by the way. But something, we can't keep going like this. We can't keep going like this.
So you have to hustle.
Exactly. How many hustle do we have to hustle?
Okay, so the next topic for today is the pressure of getting married before 30. This is my personal favorite.
I love this topic as well.
And for me, I don't see why a young lady in her 20s shouldn't be ready for marriage before 30. That's my opinion.
Yes. So, wait, sorry, can you say your opinion again so I can get
I don't feel a lady before at the age of, like, in her 20s should wait in her mother's house. What are you doing?
Okay.
Why are you not planning to get married before 30? You should be planning to be in your husband's house before 30.
I personally feel like everything is all about orientation, because this is not my personal belief. It's something I've heard people say before. Because let's say 2005, early 1990s, what parents or how parents do train their words is that for men, it's to look for money. And for women, it's to just stay at home and learn a skill, learn hairdressing. From there, you go to your husband's house, which I believe it is wrong. It is we corporate women that are changing the trend. Someone like me, I'm a very huge believer of love. Oh, I love love. Love is beautiful. But I personally say that if I do not have money in my account, if I can't take care of my parents, I can't get them cars, I cannot fly to Egypt, to Morocco, what exactly am I looking for in marriage? Do I want to be a liability to my husband? With how much I'm earning, I need to ask myself, can I cater? Can I support my husband? Can I fuel his car? Can I surprise him? I don't want to be that kind of woman that everything I always ask my husband. Some people might say, if my man cannot do 100%, I'm not interested.
I'm one of them. Oh.
I don't mind.
I'm one of them.
I don't mind doing a 50-50 or an 80-30, just depending. But I love to say that I, as a man, let's say, need this, I'm not ready for. What am I looking for?
Are you a feminist? You consider yourself being a feminist?
I love love. Love is beautiful. I want to do 50-50 with my man if that is fine. So I'm not even a feminist. But I still feel like everything is all about orientation. And I feel like the previous generation did not do a good job when it comes to talking to women about marriage. Because they were only painting a picture of when your husband is back from work, you must cook. If food is not on the table, you're not a good wife. And the woman is supposed to take care of the family, take care of the kids, take care of the mental health, take the children to work, to school. When you can employ someone to do that. I mean, there are some husbands that will tell you that, oh, I cannot employ a non-staff, or I don't want to use the word house girl. They don't want to employ someone that's going to be doing the chores. Why can't you do that? Because a man would come back from work and he wants to sleep, he wants to eat. But me as a woman, I'm meant to cook. I'm meant to wash my husband's clothes. I'm meant to, prepare him mentally till the next day. No, I'm not ready for marriage.
But as a woman, you're meant to cater for your family. That's your job.
That's not the issue. I don't think that's where she doesn't have a problem with the catering part, do you?
I do not.
It's the orientation she's talking about. You have to do like a whole list of things, and then you're still expected to
have your own personal self.
Exactly.
You keep pouring out of your own self, and there's no one pouring into you. But the actual question I'll ask you is, for a lady in her 20s, you've not discovered yourself, so why are you getting married? You don't even know who you are. So why are you getting married? Do you get my point? Because as I am, I might have discovered myself a bit, but I wouldn't want to get married, and I'm asking myself that, what am I doing with this man?
You can never be too prepared or too ready for marriage. I mean, it's an experience you have to learn. You have to grow in the marriage.
Yeah, I agree. I also think it also comes to like what you want as a person. Everybody wants different things. Some people don't mind getting married 18, 19, 20.
No.
If I had gotten married when I was 20, 21, I feel like I would have been divorced by now. Knowing the things that I know. Knowing the things that I know, I wouldn't.
Saying. You don't know yourself.
Exactly.
So why are you getting married? But do you have a person in your life?
What person?
Say yes or no question. Do you?
Okay, right now I don't.
Why?
Because I choose not to. But I feel like it's the right thing to do at this age. You should find someone and you should settle down on time as a woman. Start having your kids on time.
This is one thing I say that women get wrong. Having kids on time. I think we've passed that age and millennial of saying that if you do not give birth before 40, there's menopause, there's this new technology has come out, you can freeze your eggs.
But it's not as easy as when you're younger.
And then you're now making it seem like marriage is just about having children.
Having kids. And that's not all marriage.
Is that the only advantage we have?
There are so many other advantages to getting married. But
what is it? Having your kids on site. So that when you're 60 and your child is 40, you can do TikTok challenge. And you can be looking like sisters.
Don't rush.
Hadiza, how do you feel about this controversial topic?
I don't feel like anybody should be pressured to get married before 30. I don't think it's healthy. Honestly, I feel like it puts unnecessary stress on the lady. Like Salome said, during our parents' time, for us, our generation now, we look back on our parents and we see the things that they endured. There are a lot of things that we didn't see when we were children.
Of course.
And a lot of us don't want to go through that again. Do you get? And that's why a lot of women are now focusing mostly on their careers, building themselves, traveling.
Just like us, can't you see
Yeah.
a beautiful car?
Exactly.
Like she said, she went to Dubai.
Is it your husband that took you?
Wasn't it from your pockets?
Yeah.
But doesn't it bring like so much lawlessness? Not all women are that focused on themselves. Some women see it as a yardstick to go around and do a whole lot of crazy stuffs. And you see those, like they say the Olodo uprising. A lot of them are out there thinking they can be using I'm an influencer, I'm a big girl, I'm a Lagos big girl, I don't want to get married, I don't want to this. A lot of some women are now getting lawless. They are not seeing the idea of being married or being in a man's house, and some of them are even going as far as dating married men, causing trouble, causing wahala in the society. So I feel like I'm a believer of arranged marriage.
Oh, okay.
If you don't want to,
meaning your parents can arrange marriage for you, right?
if it's
Wait, are you aware that people who husbands were arranged, they are mostly way older than them? So you're fine with dating an old man, not specifically an old man, but someone in his 40s, 50s.
But if he's a responsible man, why not?
Like, okay, let me just...
I think another problem is, like Salome said earlier, women have been groomed, kind of, to please the man.
Yes.
In a lot of homes, I don't see where a man is like, okay, I have to... When a woman is getting married, everything is centered around how to please the man.
Not how to make it work.
Exactly, but it's
marriage is a two-way thing,
thank
not
you,
one person.
Thank you. It's you never hear the men say, okay, when I get married, I'm going to do this for my life. A woman has to, you know, she has to learn how to talk to her husband. She has to do this. She has to... What do the men do?
And sometimes men will just tell you, I want to get married so that someone can be cooking for me, washing my clothes, someone that can just give birth. Exactly. And that's why I feel like there are more baby mamas around. I'm not judging anyone,
without being married.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not judging anyone. Do what works for you, but telling a lady to get married at the age of 25, 26 is... It has worked for some people, and that is fine.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't have any
for
reason
Salome. And
I feel like if you meet the right person at that age, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to compromise on my values.
Your standards.
No. I cannot.
Okay,
I can't.
clock it.
Clock it.
Okay, so if we are going to stay on this topic, it will never end because it's a very wild topic. Yeah. Okay, now the next topic is how much an average Nigerian needs to survive in this society. So let's start with Adiza.
Okay, so I actually saw a post the other day on an Instagram page where he said, if you're earning 300,000 naira and you're living in Abuja, you're basically the same as an almajiri, which is like a beggar. So how much do we really need to survive when you think about rent, food, transportation? You have to send money to your family. How much do you think an average Nigerian needs to survive?
I think the bills are
endless.
So personally, I feel you should have more than one source of income right now to survive in Nigeria. You need to do this and do that, and that's why a lot of even women are being pressured to do other things, and that's why a lot of young men are now going into fraud because of the pressure and the high standard of living. So I feel as a Nigerian, you need to have multiple sources of income to survive in Nigeria, because even your 9 to 5 cannot sustain you.
Not at all. What is a 9 to 5 compared to the bills
5
waiting
is
for
the
you?
worst thing
So I
to
think
get
we
to.
really need to start with how much is minimum wage? How much is a bag of rice in a market? Even if you're not buying a bag, I mean, a mudu, some people call it mudu, some people call it
agolo, container of
How much is that? Because personally, I do tell people that the money I'm earning right now, I spend it on the road. I use it for transport. And I say it all the time, if I don't eat, I'm not productive. I'm so sorry. I have to eat in the morning. I love food. I love food, right? So I think we really need to discuss how much minimum wage is. And like she has rightly said, you need multiple streams of income. That's why I'm asking myself, why am I getting married if I don't even have multiple? True. I just only have 2. And let me just state this fact. There's money in Nigeria. There is. Money day. You do. Go to clubs. Go to the airport. There are people trooping in, day out, they are traveling. But why is the money not circulating? Because money is just really amongst the 1%, and it only circulates among the 1%. So I think one question we should ask ourselves, or what we need to do, is how can this money circulate? Because when anyone gets a gig, they hold it to themselves. Why are people gatekeeping gigs? Why are people gatekeeping how to earn hard-earned money? That is one discussion that we need to have. Because when you introduce someone to something, they tend to, what's the word I'm going to use? Have you ever introduced someone to a business and they possibly flopped, or they were possibly even way better than you, and you're like, no, this cannot happen to me.
No.
Exactly.
I'm a huge believer of we have to grow together. And
there's an African thing whereby people say once you get a job, once you have so much money, don't tell people. I don't know where all of this. If you're traveling out of the country and if you tell someone, there's a very huge possibility that it is going to fail. And I don't know why we as Nigerians, we grew up with this cultivation. I mean, I usually quote this Bible verse of, ears have not heard, eyes have not seen what the Lord has in store for me. So if I tell you about my future and it possibly doesn't come to pass, I might tell you that, okay, this is what God has said, because there's absolutely no juju that you want to do. I'm a very huge believer when it comes to Christ. There's no juju you can do, so what do you have to say about
There's a saying that people say, when you tell someone how to make bread or where your bread comes from,
They'll open a bakery.
they will take the whole bakery from you. So I feel like people are kind of scared to share how they make money because they don't know the minds of others. They feel, okay, if I tell this person how I make my money, he or she can hijack it from me. And with the current situation in Nigeria, things are hard. So a lot of people try to like keep it in the circle, in their family, because anything can happen. Tomorrow they can just say something and everybody is panicking, and so they want to keep that resource for themselves. They don't want to share it out to anyone. So I personally believe it's your choice. If you want to help people, fine, it's good to help people, but if you don't want to, now your choice be that too. So these are...
If everyone had that choice, then we'd all be stuck in one place.
Oh, but
I've heard the story of the Venezuelans. I usually hear it from my dad, whereby it's don't quote me, right?
Yeah.
It's not facts, it's not figures, or it's not a percentage. I hear that the Venezuelans are very lazy people. They have individuals that cut their fingernails, individuals that bath them. I mean, if you've watched this movie Coming to America, where this what's the name of the main character?
The prince?
Yes, the prince, right? In the bathroom, he had someone that could wash his body for him. So I'm trying to relate it to the Venezuelans, whereby as at the time they had so much money, they had people doing so many things for them, and that was how the country just it just erupted. It was no longer as it was using to be. So now if you're talking about how much a Nigerian needs to survive, we're not talking about 100,000 naira. We're not talking about 1 million naira. Because
1 million is like
the cost of
1,000
rent
now.
I mean, I think I saw it was the vice president or deputy governor of Lagos State, Hamzat, right? He was saying something about living in a more affordable place in Lagos, but how much is rent?
Yeah. He was even suggesting that people can start pairing up to live together. Yes, he said,
I think that is one thing university helped me with. The university I was in, I stayed in a room of 6 people. Right?
That's how
there's
universities
6,
are now.
there's 4, there's 2. That's how I learned to live with
other people.
Yeah, so then when you get married, it's just you and your husband, then your kids, and the rest. So we're talking about how much a Nigerian needs. We're not talking about 1 million.
It's
Because
endless.
1 million naira is just like 10 naira. 1 million naira is now the new 10,000 naira. Puts me anywhere.
Okay, Adiza, do you have anything else to contribute?
No, really, I don't. I just pray the situation in this country gets better. We don't have to bring back this topic of how much an average Nigerian needs, to have a stable life.
Okay, ladies. Okay, thanks for joining us on the Gossip of Alive News Network.
Yes.
My name is Obiajulu Ayomide Ungomatins.
Salome Oladipo.
Khadija Ibrahim.
And goodbye.
See you next time.
Medical laboratories play a critical role in healthcare, from detecting diseases to